Kottax.
Hello everybody, welcome to another Godforge video. Hope you're doing well. By the way, if you haven't signed, do so. And another thing, if you still haven't started this minigame, it's about to be a last chance. If you still wanna start with a legendary hero, legendary weapon, or imprint, now is the time to start. As you can see, you need to log in 20 times, and this minigame ends on February the 20th. So if you still want to make it and start with a legendary, now is the time to do so. Do it and let's play together. For today's video, Fateless just dropped a video with updated status effects, and that's basically what I was planning to do today anyway. And this is actually pretty sweet for me. Now I got the updated list with the new status effects, and here it is. It's actually a long list. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to have this many, but I'm gonna run through it slowly. But as you can see, this is quite the list, and there is a chance we're probably going to see even more. Right now there are 25 buffs, 24 debuffs, and 8 disables. That is 57 in total. This is going to make things confusing for some, frustrating for others. There's a lot of things you need to remember, a lot of things you need to know, because as you can see, this list is just got a little bit larger than it was before. So let's just take it in one row, really. Let's take the buffs. I'm not going to go through every single one of them. Some of them are basically self-explanatory. For example, like accuracy up, 1, 2, 3 rank, and you can see it increases by 20, 40, 60. But I'm probably mainly going to talk about the new ones, and one of the new ones is actually Arcane Aegis. There are 3 ranks, as you can see. Reduce divinity reductions by 5, 15, 25 multiplicatively per stack. Stacks are removed at the end of the hero's turn. This is a whole new buff, and as Simon was saying in the video released 2 hours ago, more or less, this is something to prevent bosses, mainly, at least how I understand his video and his the things he was saying about this buff. But this buff is also an interesting one, together with, actually, I'm just gonna jump, together with this, which is another new buff, Temper of Ages, again 1 to 3 ranks, reduces turn meta reductions by 5, 15, 25% per stack. Stacks are removed at the end of the hero's turn. Again, I think bosses are going to throw something at us, which will reduce turn meta. This will prevent them having a large effect. But what's interesting about these two is when it comes to this mini game, is actually this weapon. As you can see in my earlier ranking of the weapons, I gave it only two stars because we didn't really know what these two buffs are gonna do. Now we have actually info, and this weapon is right now needs redoing since we know what those two buffs are doing. And as you can see on the weapon, gain 1 stack 1 to 7 when upgraded of Temper of Ages 2 or Arcane Ages 2 when turn meta or divinity is reduced by an enemy. So basically this is a weapon that needs to be relooked again, at least when it comes to the rating, but that's a talk for another time. But I wanted just to mention and point out that these two new buffs actually for some people going to have an effect if they are gonna end up choosing this weapon for the minigame. But yeah, that's just a bonus right now. But yeah, let's, as I said, I'm gonna take more or less the new ones. Attack up, backfire is also a new one. When this hero would gain a non-resisted buff, prevent it and apply the debuff to the enemy instead. Each trigger reduces backfire duration. So basically, each trigger reduces backfire duration. I think you can stack this buff, but every time, basically, you get this buff. Non-resistant. When this hero would gain a non-resistant buff, prevented. Yeah. Okay. When enemy throws a debuff on you, it will end up on them instead of you, which is in the name backfire. Can be useful. PvE, PvP buff. To be honest, looks like more a PvP right now than anything. Of course, it can be used in PvE as well, but this one is going most likely to be a PvP buff, or better focus is anyway. But yeah, that's another new one. Barrier, it was there before, nothing changed here. Block debuffs, defense up is self-explanatory. Immortal, we know about this one. Initiative up, intercept. Redirects an attack to the hero that places intercept. Duration is reduced when activated. It was there before. Mend actually had a small change, if I'm not mistaken. This time it reads reduce bleed stacks by 2. Before it was only 1. And heal 10% HP at the start of the turn. That's still the same, but the amount of stacks is increased to 2, which is actually pretty sweet. Yeah, that's a little bit a small change on demand. Phoenix is still the same. Precision is a new one, or a new description on it. Guarantees attacks guarantees attacks are strong hits. This is actually a pretty damn strong buff. So, and it's going to be a PvP buff as well, but it pretty guarantees attacks are strong hits. I don't think I can remember any heroes casting this buff. I will need to check that a little bit later, but this is a pretty strong buff. Yeah, great. Moving on, protection, we know about that. Radiance as well. Resistance up, retaliate. Those that love Heimdall would definitely know about this one, and I'm one of them. Ricochet is another new one. Attacks a random target, then continues chaining to new targets. Each attack has a lower chance to occur. Basically, when you hit one enemy, it will jump to another one, and so forth. And each time it jumps, the chances it jumping again is going to be lower and lower. Sharpen, also an old one, but looking at the percentages, it's actually a really strong, really strong buff. Increases strong hit chance and strong hit damage. It's not only strong hit anymore, it's damage as well. 15, 30, 45%. Rank 3 is basically nuts. So yeah, it's incredibly strong. Shield, same. Speed up. And again, down here, as I said, temporal ages, a new one which reduces turn meter reductions by 5, 15, 25 per stack. Stacks are removed at the end of hero's turn. It's going to be a, yeah, in a way, when I look at this and how it stands, it's Simon mentioned it as well. It's something that bosses are gonna ditch out, and we're gonna buff ourselves with this to prevent the bosses having a large impact on us. But yeah, this will need, as I said, this needs to be seen how it works in game. Vanish cannot be directly targeted with attacks, and ward reduces damage received by 100%. Duration is just reduced when triggered by an attack. That's basically for the buffs. A couple of new ones, and we are already on 25 buffs, which I think is yeah, it's a lot. We will have to deal with a lot of things, and we really need to deep dive in each and every single one of them to cook strategies and be prepared basically on what's going to wait, or when we meet other players, or dungeons or whatever. Going on to debuffs, as Simon was saying as well, acid. This is actually a huge debuff. He was pointing that it disables armor sets. This is going to be again a PvP debuff, most likely. Not most likely, probably is. And on top of it, inflicts 5% max HP, which is actually huge. And I think disabling armor sets in PvP is going to be a thing, because most of us, then it all depends. If it's only 2 set bonus, 4 set bonus, it destroys, or whatever, or the full set, or all sets at once. That's actually a unknown factor right now. If it's every single set that you have, if you have 2 sets that are mixed, let's say 4 piece from one set and 4 pieces from another, do both sets get disabled, or only one, or is it only 2 pieces of the set, or how many is it? So this is a little bit of a unknown still. But yeah, Etherburn is actually another huge one. It got new writing. This time it increases weak hit chance by 5 to 15 and reduces divinity of all allied heroes by 3 to 9. Does not reduce boss divinity. So again, this debuff is actually stronger than it was before, and I think it's going to be talked a little bit more than it has been done so far. Attack down, self-explanatory. Banish is a new one. Enemies defeated with this buff cannot be revived whilst this is on. When a revive occurs, the duration of this debuff is reduced. So basically, depending on how many stacks the enemy has, if you try to revive it first time and it has a stack of 2, it won't revive it, but it will reduce the stack down to 1, and so on. If it had 1, they tried to revive him, won't work, but next time they try to revive, it will happen. So it's going to be handy. Blaze, we know about this one. Bleed as well. Block, revive, self-explanatory. Blunt is basically the counterpart to where was it? Counterpart to sharpen. But yeah, it's but it only decreases strong hit chance. Oh, and damage as well. So actually, it's a counterpart to sharpen. Huge numbers. Moving on to the next charm. When the hero that placed charm is attacked, the charmed hero will receive the attack instead. This is actually pretty cool. So when I cast a charm on an enemy, but the enemy attacks me, instead of me getting the damage, the charmed enemy will receive it instead. Will not activate if this hero attacks the enemy that places the charm. Only one charm can be active on a team at any point. Actually, interesting debuff. Going to be fun. Corrupt. We know about this one. Curse as well. Curse 3, rank 3 is actually pretty strong, to 75%. Can't think of any heroes that has it. I haven't seen one yet anyway. But yeah, another new debuff, Dark Tidings. Each stack decreases the damage inflicted by 5%, stacks up to 5 times. So that means you can go up to 25, and can only be removed when this hero casts the ultimate. When all stacks are removed, at max stacks also decreases speed and initiative by 10%. So basically, if you manage to stack this debuff on an enemy 5 times and they haven't used their ultimate before that, then it will decrease speed and initiative by 10%, which is actually huge. Each stack decreases the damage inflicted by 5%, up to 25. I hope this debuff is on a summon that does A1 or their basic ability. Then it's going to be interesting. Then you can stack it up pretty fast. Otherwise, I don't know. It's actually decent and looks pretty strong. But if it isn't on a basic skill, I don't see it stacking up to 5 stacks fast enough. Then you can say maybe on a boss. Yeah, maybe. But as I said, if this isn't a basic skill, I don't know if it's going to be that useful anyway. Moving on, these two are self-explanatory. Hex, an interesting one. Allies receive 5 to 15% of damage inflicted to this hero. The damage is halved for AoE attacks. This one is going to confuse a lot of people. But yeah. Initiative down, lock core, lock passives, lock ultimates. All useful. Lock ultimate, it's probably going to be a strong one. But then again, if it's only for 1 turn, most likely, I don't think you can prevent for 2 turns. That would be overpowered. Yeah. Terrify, I didn't see this one before. I don't actually know if it's a new one or not. Increases divinity cost by 50%. That's a lot. Divinity cost by 50%. Meaning it will take a little bit before you could cast your ultimate. 50%. That's actually pretty huge. Most of the cost 1,000 or 1,200 divinity or something like that. So it will be an increase. Yeah. This is going to be an annoying one, especially if the boss is casting this, which I have a strong that it will be a boss. And the last one on the list is vulnerable. Increase the damage inflicted by debuffs by 20, 40, 60%. Actually pretty strong debuff. But yeah, that's it for the debuffs. As I said, to start with, 24 of them, which is a lot. And moving on to the last ones, disable. Confuse, we know about already. Despair as well. Freeze as well. Petrify. And this is actually a new one. Shade. Shade is, as I said, a new one. Permanently removes the hero from ally team control. Shades cannot be targeted or take turns and will join the caster's basic attack. When the caster is defeated, all shades are defeated and shade is removed. And for now, as he was Simon, when he was talking in the video, this spell actually got added to Hell's Kit. So when Hell revives them, revives the enemy, they become shades. And every time Hell attacks with her basic, the shades will attack as well. So in a way, when she resurrects the dead enemies that she has in her kit, they become her minions. At least that's how I see it. And her kit got overhauled, so I made a hero review on Hell 2 weeks ago or something like that. That needs to be redone totally now. Since her kit got updated and the writing in on her spells have changed as well, but doesn't really change the fact that I still think with the new things that have changed, that she was going under the radar, and now I think a lot more people going to look her way because her damage is still good. Now, when she revives, she will get the shades to be her minions, which is actually quite fun. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting Hell. Moving on. Sleep. The hero receives 30% increased damage from attack. Duration is reduced when attacked hero misses the next turn. We know what that means. Stun as well. Taunt has been there. That's it basically for the whole entire list. In total, we need to be wary of 57 buffs, debuffs, disables. Honestly, I think that's way too many, and we are actually not quite sure if this is the final list. If it's not the final list for the game and more will be added or are thought to be added, I think this is going to be a huge issue and a huge turn off for a lot of people. It adds complexity to the game, but it adds too much. 57 things that we need to be wary of is a lot. Yeah, of course, you're not gonna be wary of them at all times, but how many buff slots are we going to have? How many debuff slots are we going to have on the enemy, on the boss? Disables as well. All these things make this more and more confusing. Not confusing as such, but it will make this interesting. Then you need to really strategize what to put, but it would be nice to know how many buff slots there are on our team, on our heroes. How many debuff slots do they share? Same with disables, because there has to be a number somewhere. I don't think it's unlimited, but if there is a number, then it really becomes a balancing act, and it's going to be hard to balance the game, the heroes, if you have to take the number of slots into account and the number of buffs, debuffs, and everything. So to be honest, I think 57 is a lot. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it a lot, or is it just me? As, to be honest, I don't mind. They can be 100, 200, but what I'm concerned about is really the balance of the game. Can they balance the heroes? Can they balance the bosses? Because we have a lot of to be wary about. And there are probably going to be a lot more things that you have the imprints, you have the weapons, there are some armor sets that add even more complexity. So I'm really worried about the balance, if it's going to be balanced. That's my thing. So yeah, here in the end, I really hope that they think about some of these if they are necessary, or not. And I definitely hope that this is it, at least for the early access and maybe the launch of the game. If we get more, I think it's going to be a mess. And as I said, for some people, this is going to be a turnoff, and that's not good. We haven't gotten into the game yet, and I think it's going to be a turnoff for some people. Of course, they're gonna try, but I think this is going to be overwhelming for some. I hope not, but that's just my initial gut feeling that this is too much already. Yeah, but that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments if you have different opinions, what you think about the new buffs, debuffs, disable. What's your take on all this? So yeah, leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.